What is going on, everybody? Guys, we're doing live.
Well, everybody else, guys, I am very sorry about Joey. Like I said, man, I really don't think Joey did much. He didn't anything at all, man.
Talk about the longest history in the hobby. Debut back 2008. We're showing our age over here.
Yeah, they dispatched it wrong, man.
For the faithful here in the chat, showing up on a Thursday night here on Sports Card Radio. We've got the super producer back, earning the equity. Sports Card Radio, which just shows up day by day by day, hour by hour, the value of Sports Card Radio is going up faster.
I lost a few guys that were on. Happens to me all the time.
Nothing wrong with that. We've got the Thursday night golden auction ending tonight. I've got 4 items for sale as well. We're going to make a little bit of money while we hang out with the faithful here on Sports Card Radio. Ryan, we've got group breaks. We talked about it a decade ago here on the channel. We got Pac-Man plus in the past that content. And we got one more to talk about. Ryan, welcome to the program. Thank you very much. Chat, I can see, is very, very fired up. Got a lot of things happening in the sports card world. Once again, seems like week after week, either a reoccurring topic or some kind of breaking news story happens across the sports card landscape. Did you see this article? Did you happen to see this article from ESPN about boxers? Did you happen to touch this at all? Sure. About 3 hours ago. I didn't see it. Doesn't surprise me one bit. Doesn't surprise me one bit. It's something that we talked about here on the channel before the YouTube channel really blew up. It's something we discussed at length on our podcast. Fact that group breaking operates in at best gray area. Comes to legalities, and at worst, it's completely illegal. So if you're relying on to feed your family, if you're relying on to pay your employees to build a business, I think it's pretty cool. And I think that has played out. That was, how many years ago was that? So we had that show, I remember recording that. That was 10 years ago. 10 years ago. A lot has changed in my life in the past 10 years. And, man, it's crazy. It's like we had to pay our phone at this point. You know, a lot has changed over the past 10 years. But what hasn't changed is over here at Sports Card Radio, we've been bringing you this news, views, and the gossip. When it comes to group breaks, ESPN is just taking it out now. The hobby is just waking up to it now. A lot of people are just starting to talk about it now. But those of you that have been fans of the channel for any length of time, certainly longer than when Jeff Wilson took out his 750 kilo, you know that we've been talking about this. So we're definitely going to be talking about that on today's show. Controversial rise and uncertain future of boxers. Yeah, I think it was an interesting article. It's fairly lengthy if anybody, you know, I don't know if anybody reads all this stuff anymore. It's fairly lengthy.
As Columbus Associates, we love to serve our community. We even set aside 2 special weeks each year to spend volunteering.
Thank you for joining us on your Thursday night. It's time to sit back and relax. Let's get some dirt on the tread of these tires at Red River Valley Speedway. The Outlaws are underway. Into turn number 1, it's going to be the 19R Augusta. Will lead Tanner English with a run to his outside. Down the back straightaway, English has the outside open. Gustin leads it into 3 and 4. Coming out corner number 4, this time trouble. Hoffman and Walker in turn number 3. Runner-up in outlaw point standings, Nick Hoffman, the current Turn 3 Rookie of the Year point leader. Him and the 14W of Dustin Walker. Here's the Dirt Vision replay again. In slow motion, Dustin Walker just washed up the racetrack. Hoffman had nowhere to go. Off of corner number 4, the number 19R Augustin shows the way. Down the back straight with the 97 of Dillard, side by side with the 96 via Tanner English. Battle for second. Here comes Dillard. Off of corner number 4, the 19R Augustin. Lead lap number 1, the 96 via Tanner English. Second, Dennis Earp Jr. alongside the 97 of Dillard. Third. Here comes Marler. Down the back straight away, it's going to be Gustin over Tanner English. The 28 of Dennis Earp Jr. Good battle for second. Good battle for fourth. Side by side, down the front straight away, Tanner English and Dennis Earp. Those two added Hoosier to Hoosier off turn number 2. Give it to the 28 of Dennis Earp Jr. He runs in second. Appears to be inside of Walker. Walker up and over turn number 2 in the 14W, and Walker going to come to a stop at the top of turn number 2. Dustin Walker will draw the yellow here in case construction feature action. Caution lights are out the corner number 4. The Marshall Talent Iowa racer Ryan Gustin leads us with 37 laps to go. Into turn number 1, the 28 of Dennis Earp Jr. picks the bottom and pays dividends for him. He'll run second. Tanner English third. Mike Muller fourth with Kyle Bronson in the top 5. Remember, Kyle Bronson told us in the redraw he's had fast cars, and he's proved it. He's won with us already here this season. Been really, really good, but just battling some gremlins in the 40B recently. But right now, the 40B in the top 5. Cade Dillard follows with Bobby Pierce and Gordy Gundaker. Those two side by side there for position. Give it to the number 11 of Gordy Gundaker. That's for 7th. Off the corner number 4. Gordy up high, Pierce down low. Give it to Gordy Gundaker. Gordy Gundaker now making.
I don't know, Shane. I couldn't tell you. Those are kind of going in one ear and out the other. I have no idea who's who.
Good battle there. Down the back straightaway, Marler to third on the top side. Down the back straightaway, Mitch goes a lot down. And the caution is now Cade Dillard, turn number 4. Cade Dillard in turn number 4.
Hoping we get some guys to come in and get some revenue going through there. That stuff has been beautiful, though.
Restart right around the bottom. Marler going to go to the outside of 157. Here comes Mike Marler. Those outlaw champions going at it side by side for the second position. They'll go after race leader Ryan Gustin down the front straightaway. Marler with a head of steam. Not enough room to go 3 wide, but man, they sure could have got one corner number 2. What about this battle down the
Maybe we'll get to open some of that up.
Dennis Earp, top 3 going at it.
It's the last 5 boxes I've got at all. I believe there might have been a 101 in there. Mel might have got that. There might have been. It's been a week or so, so I don't really remember, but I think there might have been.
Still Gustin over Marler and Tanner English. Watch out, Walker. Upsets the corner in turn number 2. Caution is out for Chris Madden.
We hit patches? No, but we had a couple tags in there so far. Laundry tags. There was one I think had Fanatics on there too, maybe.
We wave off the one to go signal because Gustin has a right rear flat tire on the 19R. So race leader Gustin with a right rear flat under yellow here. And of course he will get courtesy laps here. We'll get that right rear changed on the 19R. It's Mike Muller now taking the lead after a right rear flat on Gustin during the yellow period.
Okay.
Forces him to go to the back of the field with a tire change. But down the back straightaway, Marlowe will lead the way. Tanner English will have second. Side by side here with third. Kyle Bronson and Dennis Hurt Jr. battle. Here comes Pierce 3 wide. Down the front straightaway. It's going to be the 40B of Bronson winning that 3-car battle for the third position. The 40B has it rolling to the bottom. Down the back straightaway, the killer on the move. The 20 of Dennis Hurt Jr. follows him.
All right, let me know when you're ready.
Shirley, Gundaker, Shane Clanton. Remember, came from the last chance showdown. Clanton started 22nd. He is up to 8th, up 14 positions. And currently tonight's Fox Factory Hard Charger, the 25, is off the leash. Number 96 via Tanner English hanging on to second, side by side for third. Pierce down low, Bronson up high. And Bronson and Pierce make contact. Pierce really goes around. That's railway. They go side by side. They take the push it off. Bronson sideways. We stay green. Out the 32 and 40B. Wrestling on the speedway. Down the back Shirley. Bronson hits the mud. Here comes his teammate Brian Shirley. Down the back Shirley. Shirley still right there on the outside. Bronson trying to reel in the 32. 5 laps to go.
Janelle Fland, 34 of 35. 11 of 30. Cameron McGusty. And Johnny Jazang. That's a nice patch. Not a patch, but part of the shirt. 14 of 75.
Next.
Ron Harper Jr. 3 of 99. How about Scoot Henderson? 2 of 5. Red clear. Maybe we didn't hit that guy. We did now, though. Tracy Jackson Davis, 8 of 15. D. Brown, 27 of 30. Brian Howard, I don't know what team she plays for, but 9 of 20. The ladies I heard are selling good out of this, so only one patch in this one. Dude, what the hell? That's got a piece of tape on it or something. Three of 75. Terry Eason, 3 of 75. I know, what the heck, man? How about this one? Tyrese Proctor, black clear, 1 of 1, green. Proctor. A lot of 101s you got tonight. That's good. Max Christie, 17 of 49. EJ Liddell, 33 of 35. Almost a jersey number. Anisha Morrow, 34 of 35. Could have put that name on a little straighter, I think. I think she's going to sell. Emily Engstler. That's a cool piece. You see it. I think it's 6 or 8 out of 40. And Keegan Murray, 3-color, 13 of 20. And it is a jersey number, 13 of 20. Last two here. Good luck. Andrew Nemhard, 14 of 20. (18 of 20). AJ Griffin. Anak Boki, 15 of 75. Very nice auto coming up. 21 of 75, Jeremy Sochan. And a 5 of 15, Jerry West. 5 of 15. All right, last one. Good luck. Sky Clark, 2 of 20. (21 of 30), Chris Bell. Focus, you son of a bitch. white napkin jersey, Corey Kispert, 34/50. Oh, what the frig tonight? This one's a nice little patch. Look at that piece. Isn't that the guy you got 64/75? Jovic? That's a nice piece. It's got a piece of the logo in there. It's got another piece of the patch in there too. Oh, jocking. Okay. And then the last card of the case is a dual. Julian Phillips and J.J. Taylor, 21/25. Nice boxes. Shit. Thanks, man. Oh. Not seeing anything.
Jets. We got a rookie. Tyrell Malacia. Malacia for Netherlands. We got a rookie, Luis Sinisterra for Colombia. And a field level, Italy, Nico Varela. We got a refractive field level. Angel Di Maria from Argentina. The fan last pack. Here we go. Dude, seriously? You gotta be joking, bro. a red, white, and purple for Wales, Harry Wilson. Hello, Harry. For Wales, that is one BC. And here we go again. Just doesn't stop. We got a filthy, sick, tie-dyed, ill-level sickness. Antoine Griezmann for France. Number to 49, Lolita.
I love when he thinks he's got a friggin' huge card. It's too funny sometimes.
Goldie was French. Yeah, nice job. Not too shabby, so we had tie-dye flags.
Dude, you got a West also. I forgot that was in there.
So we had 3 tie-dye.
Jerry West.
1 Kickside Gallery auto. 1 US Perez auto. And only 2 101. Sorry about that. Sorry. And a Ronaldo purple to 75. And scratches. That's all right. It's like whatever. All right, guys, bear with me.
I think you'll do okay on this.
Royals, Bobby Wick Jr. Thank you guys on this. I do appreciate it. Great, great. Every day of Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, guys. Bobby Wick Jr. rookie, man. It's not doing too shabby. He's on the hero. All right, I'm going to grab the optic case.
Yeah, I had stickers that I put on the stuff before. You know, the top had our name and stuff on them. I had a sheet too, like that you set them on. They had the name around there. I'll have to pull that out. I don't know what the hell we ever did with that.
I'll try to put a little deal on it.
Great. Oh man. Dude, that new Vivid basketball, the pre-production, the 6 slabs a box. Dude, there's only, I think, there's 6 boxes per case. Dude, I picked up the box, I was like, what the hell's in this? Freaking a brick? And I forgot that there's all those slabs in it. Yeah. I'll tell you, the basketball ones I did freaking awesome on. Ones I did last year. They did another one. Wasn't Vivid. There was some other, one they did. And freaking, I did well on them. I don't know, man. I know he's building a garage on his new property, so might be cutting into him, hopping on with us maybe, I don't know.
What's up, Chris? Hello. I'm super glad you took this call. I was hoping that you could cut up that. What's up, Chris? Hello. I'm super glad you took this call. I was hoping that you could cut up all those banger videos that you make us on your website. I'd love to do that for you. What's your budget? I have $1,000. $1,000. Is this video important to you? I think it will be, if you do it. What problem does it solve for $1,000? We're trying to build awareness. No one's walking into the store. Okay. So how much awareness do you want it to build? You know, I'd like to have at least 2 or 3 people walk into the store, an increase of 2 or 3 people. A day, yeah. And so what kind of business would that generate for you? Our average product sells for about $100, so you're looking at about $200 to $300 worth of increased revenue. Okay. So let's say $250. Split the difference. That sounds good to me. Times 30 days. Right? 100 days a month. Does that work out to me? That's $7,500 of new revenue for you a month. Mm-hmm. Just spending $1,000 seem appropriate for $7,500 of revenue per month?
It's more than 10%, right?
Per month? Are you going to do $1,000 video every month?
Maybe if you do this one, great.
I'm a little concerned. This is not enough money. I'd like to share with you a quote I love from business philosopher Jim Rohn. So it feels a little disproportionate, doesn't it?
The mainstream media are excited because they have audio of Trump sharing the contents of those classified boxes, which reveal that America was planning a war with Iran. This is what they're more excited about. Hello there, you 6.4 million awakening wonders. Thanks for joining me on this voyage towards elaborate hats and fantastic shirts. Turn on the notification bell and subscribe right now. We make this content every day. We want you to see it all. Otherwise, you're not going to get a tape that interrogates the mainstream narratives on a complex and sometimes controversial subject like Donald Trump and the attempts to bring him down. Donald Trump, it has now been somewhat proven, let me know in the comments if you agree, did share the contents of those classified boxes. I mean, you can hear him doing it and admitting all the time, they should be doing this, but have a look in there, look in there. Isn't it also significant and interesting that the contents of those boxes reveal that there was a plan to go to war with Iran? What do you think is going to have a bigger impact on your life? If you're in the UK, or can be in the UK between July the 14th and July the 17th, join us for our live, in real life, community festival event. Wim Hof, Vandana Shiva, Kieran Gracie, Callie Means, an attempt to bring about the kind of society that we regularly discuss here. If you can come. There's a link in the description. Let's get on with this analysis. Let's listen for ourselves. See if Donald Trump really did share classified information. Does seem like he did.
Evening, we begin tonight with breaking news. We have obtained what is expected to be a central piece of the government's case against Donald Trump. The actual audio recording,
Because it was an audio recorder.
of the former president talking as if he's showing a highly classified document on U.S. war plans against Iran, with people not clear to even know it exists, let alone what's in it.
They're missing the point once again. Doesn't everyone basically think that presidents and high-ranking politicians have access to classified information and in private communicate this information? Don't we all just basically assume that Trump revealed to us the essential nature of power, as Dave Chappelle memorably said in his SNL speech? He was the president that said, you know all the stuff you think we're doing in there? We are doing that stuff in there.
I know the system's real because I use it. I said, God damn.
So once again, they're doubling down on the idea that Trump has been caught out sharing the contents of a box that's ultimately meant to be classified. That he said he kept golf shirts in his golf team and all sorts of golf stuff in. Isn't it more interesting, more significant, more of a condemnation of systemic power and the state of the world we're in, that within those boxes were the plans for the US military to engage Iran in war? Isn't that more likely to affect your life, my life, the state of the world? Why are we talking about the personality rather than the principle? Why are we talking about minor transgressions like the revelation of classified information, which, if that's wrong, that's wrong. Let me know in the comments if you think it's wrong. But is it as significant as US plans for war with Iran? What over the past 20 years has had a bigger impact on you? The revelation of state secrets, think of the most memorable one, WikiLeaks, which just told you there were loads of illegal murders that went on in all those Middle Eastern wars. Or has it been the Iraq war, the Afghanistan war, wars reaching back, the current war, whether it's financially how it impacts you, emotionally, spiritually, the fact that it kills people all over the world, Americans and of other nations? What's the bigger story here, and why are the mainstream media not interrogating this aspect of the story? Let us know in the comments.
In a moment, only on CNN, you will hear what jurors will hear one day.
CNN's just trying to make it a super report. Like, absolutely, we have obtained these important documents that basically don't really mean anything, really. I mean, you all know that Trump's doing stuff like that, don't you? Think of Joe Biden not doing enough stuff like that. Then you hear the text message where Hunter Biden's like, "Stay with my dad, you better pay me properly, Shing," or whatever. You saw that. We all know that there's such a thing called nepotism. We know that there's such a thing called cronyism. We know that Nancy Pelosi presumably has access to information that make her husband's investments more successful. You can't do someone for being corrupt in a corrupt system. The wrong problem. I mean, the fact is, last time we had an all-day report on this, remember what he was saying then? In a way, we did improve. At least it's all about politics and stuff, rather than the P word that it was last time.
You will clearly hear the former president as he is speaking to several people.
These are bad, sick people.
That was your kid, you know, against you.
Well, it started right at the
Like when Millie's talking about, oh, we're doing great. They were trying to do that before you even were sworn in. That's right. You're gonna overthrow your election.
Well, with Millie, let me see that, I'll show you an example.
That's funny, in a rudimentary way, going through those kinds of, no, this is going to make those shoes, X, no, there's a 5 iron, don't use that. Ah, there it is, Millie saying that they want to go to war with Iran. Now, of course, if the agreed upon law is that president's not supposed to reveal classified information, then he's back to rights, it sounds like, unless that's a very good interpretation of it. But isn't it sort of more interesting, important, epochal, and likely to affect your life, oil prices, stability of the world, if America plan another bloody war in Iran?
He said that I wanted to attack Iran.
You can hear him doing it. I think you've got him back to rights.
A man was found next to a murdered body. He had the knife in his hand. 13 witnesses had seen him stab the victim. And when the police arrived, he said, "I'm glad I killed the bastard."
Isn't it amazing how a big pile of papers this thing just came out? Look. This was him. They presented me this software.
That's off the record. That should have it then. That's fine. Off the record.
They presented me this. This was him. This was the Defense Department and him. We looked at something. This was him. This wasn't done by me. This was him. All sorts of stuff. Pages long. And let's see.
So blatantly going through secrets. Imagine them all spread out on the floor, secrets here. Who's the reason of it? Secrets here. Oh, the secrets.
Amen.
What about it?
What a day.
So guys, these videos never go according to plan because you never really know what's going to happen.
I want you to imagine for a moment you're a businessman.
It's it, man. Today, we're going to open up a product where you get these.
Indiana Jones. Talk to me, he's died. I've been looking for this all my life.
It's it, man. Today, we're going to open up a product where you get exactly one card, and it costs $500 a box. This is Panini One. We're not doing just one, we're doing 2 boxes. I could think of a lot better ways to burn $1,000, but I'm choosing to do it with these 2 boxes. Let's get into it. Alright, welcome back everybody. Here it is, Panini One. Panini One is exactly 1 card for $500. Basketball has Panini 1 and 1, so at least you're getting 2 cards over there. In football, you're just getting one autograph. These are going for about $500 a pop. You're guaranteed an autos. I think most of the time it is a patch auto. There are other inserts you can pull as well. Brand new to this year is the new super short print. It's called Surge. I'll put a picture of it on the screen right now. That is the new super short print insert that you want. And looking at the checklist, I will say that Brock Purdy doesn't look like he's anywhere on the checklist. So that does hurt the product a little bit, him being one of the top guys you want to pull. Of course, all the other top guys are there. Kenny Pickett, Garrett Wilson, Desmond Ridder, all the other Jets rookies, Kenneth Walker, they're all there. On the checklist, you will find lots of bets, though. Justin Herbert has a bunch of autos in this. You got retired guys. There's a lot of current bets and a lot of retired guys, some Hall of Famers as well. So it's a pretty good checklist as far as autos. There is a first off-the-line version of this, but I missed because I sold out way too high. I sold out like almost $700. The Hobby Box going for about $500. All right, let's go ahead and rip into it. This will be a quicker rip, but I will be giving away a spot in tonight's break, so make sure you comment fast. If you're watching this late, I'm sorry, it probably already happened, but make sure you comment in this video. I'll tell you at the end exactly all the steps to win a filler for a break tonight with this in it. All right, I'll be giving away a 25% filler. That's what I'll be doing in most of my videos from now on. Not all, but on most. I'll be giving away spots in upcoming group breaks, so it pays to watch the videos and comment and be the first to do it. You gotta do it quick though, because they're usually for break night that's happening like that night, night after, 2 days after that, or whatever it is. So, all right, here it is. Panini 1. Like I said, these are going for about $500 a pop. You can get one on-card autograph, so that is pretty cool. It is a sealed one touch, and they're all on card. It says on card, so no sticker autos. There probably are redemptions, I'm assuming, but no sticker autos. Here is the checklist. Cards numbered from 199 all the way down to 1 for some inserts, which I think are new for this year. And I did notice that there is a Timeless Moments, where right there, Timeless Moments autographs, number to 10. Those are super, super popular in basketball. They're like the main chase of basketball, Panini 101. In football, I don't know how popular they'll be, but I assume that if it's a cool enough card or classic moment, it's going to be a chase as well. But lots of inserts and different autos you can pull, not just the standard rookie patch autos. So, all right, we got 2 boxes. This I don't think you can burn $1,000 quicker than this. So here we go. $1,000 is about to be ripped here. Box number 1, and each box does come with just 1 card. I believe it's covered, so you can sweat it, but I could be wrong. Let me feel. Oh, that is not covered. There is there's nothing on there. In basketball, they put a little cover on it. I believe in football, I saw something. It's definitely not covered. Let me go ahead and put that in there. All right, we have 1 card, as you can see, not covered or anything. It is encased. So there is the first box here. All right, come on. I would say the ceiling is very high on this, but I mean the ceiling is decent on this as well. Here we go. Ooh, wait a minute. I see platinum color. I don't know if that means it's a 1-of-1 or platinum's just a different color. I know platinum is 1-of-1 and flawless and other stuff, maybe immaculate. In Panini 1-of-1, I'm not so sure. There's a rookie. New England Patriots. That is going to be Tyquan Thornton to 99. Hey, we got a 4-color batch, so 18 of 99 Tyquan Thornton. Or Shy City Bulls would say Traquan Thornton. Shout out to Shy City, even though you cannot read Tyquan Thornton's name. 4-color patch, Tyquan Thornton. You know, nice card, but a card like this, definitely not going to make that their money. You're looking for a QB, nice retired Hall of Famer or something like that. Tyquan Thornton. Here's our first one. All right. Box number 2. All right, we got to do a little better than Tyquan Thornton there. And that wasn't on card auto, and it's his usual TT. They are encased, as you can see. There's the back of it. Beautiful looking cards, though. Wow. So the platinum color is not 1-of-1s. All right. Here it is, box number 2. All right, that's going to need one of these because that one was not covered. So this one is also blocked. There it is. All right. I did not see a black border, which the Surge, I think they're all black bordered, so I don't think it's a case hit Surge or a super short print. Alright, come on. This one is also, looks like a rookie patch auto. I see the color on that one though. Rookie patch auto of, the team is on the top. Looks like that one. So I'm going to go over, I'm going to sweat the picture. Let me go from this side. That is going to be Texans, John Mechie to 199, and I got a big, fat napkin patch. You know, I think for a $500 product, they should have a napkin patches. But when you have cards under the $199, I guess you kind of have to. There it is. One card per box, John Mechie and Tyquan Thornton. And that, folks, is how you lose like $900 really fast.
Mr. Putin, build this wall.
I'm never gonna financially recover from this.
A very low floor on this product. Kind of higher ceiling. The RPAs don't get as much love as, like, you know, one of the high-end RPAs, but still a pretty nice RPA that you can pull. All right, with that being said, I am giving away a 25% filler to an upcoming break with Panini 1-in-1 in it.
Kayak compares both rental cars and car sharing sites to find you a rental car. Download the Kayak app now.
Here's a wild idea. Make today epic. Go on, dig in, and you'll see. It's wild what you and a real breakfast can do.
7 cases on. I bought 2 next day for $0. They replenished today or yesterday.
Hey everybody, Matt here for Layton Sports Cards, ripping 2022 Panini One Football Hobby. 10 bucks, break number 4, pick your team. We have Anthony G. Dolphins, Brock T. Raiders, Chase P. Colts, Chris B. Chargers, Colby C. Rams, Daniel E. Bucks, Daniel G. Bengals, David D. Cowboys, Donald B. Vikings, Edward P. Panthers, Irene P. Browns, Jacob H. Giants, Jacob P. Bills, Jason A. Chiefs, Niners, Seahawks, Commanders, Patriots, and Titans. JN, Ravens, Manny V, Saints, Miles H, Packers, Robert R, Bears, Rodney H, Falcons, Ron C, Cardinals, Rory C, Jets, Spencer D, Jags, Tom H, Steelers, Twan L, Texans, Will M, Broncos, Lions, and William W, Eagles. All right.
Rodolfo Castro.
Here we go. What is that?
Refractor Nolan Arenado.
No wonder. Auto Bengals. Chad Johnson. Dude, that is awesome. What is that number? 3 of 10.
Ernest Terry rookie. Minnesota. And we got a sick looking green.
Wow.
Rated rookie for the Rock.
Alright, this is the coolest card I've seen today so far. Heck yeah, you bet, man. Congrats. And it's not just because I'm a Bengals fan. Dude, that should be the product to Chad Johnson. Guys, if you're on Twitter and you're not following Chad Johnson, you're missing out. Yeah, the Wonders. This is Packers presenting Brett Favre, auto 10 of 10, Gunslinger.
And we got Corbin Burns, lights out. The Monkey Brew Crew.
Dude, congrats, Green Bay.
Matt Brash. Taking out the trash. Seattle rated rookie. Bear Bear.
Yep, you bet, Miles.
And we got a black.
All right.
Brewers, Christian Yelich, number 25. Nice,
Is it?
black 25.
Congrats.
Milwaukee. Oh, I wonder
This
if
is
that
Colts
trio
Precision
check-
rookie patch auto, Alec Pierce.
J.J. Bleday, rated prospect of Miami.
96 of 99.
Now officially a rookie this year.
Slave Shield.
Lions refractor. Houston. And the rookie 3 years for the LA Kings.
This is Rams Lone Star patch auto, 25 of 25, Isaac Bruce.
Drew Ellis rated rookie for Arizona.
There you go, nice Isaac Bruce for the Rams.
Alonzo Diamond Kings for the Mets.
Some nice legend hits in here.
We got a hollow silver, the rookie. Lionel Ruan.
This is Steelers quad patch auto, 26 of 35, Heinz Roar.
Silver, Lionel. And we got the bomb squad, Bryce Harper.
There you go, Pittsburgh.
Bomb squad, Bryce. Colored bomb squad.
Good legend stuff in here so far.
Green, red. We have a splash refractor.
All right, how about a huge RPA here? That's a nice one. That is Jets rookie patch auto to 99, Garrett Wilson. Right, so let's get the next one filled up. We just have 2 left. We have Cardinals, Falcons, Bills, Bengals, Browns, Chiefs, Saints, and Commanders. 8 to go on the next. Let's fill it.
Rated rookie Spencer.
Here's a link. 8 to go.
We got a red, white, blue, auto.
I will grow up. I will grow up.
199. And Gabriel Moreno, nice one for the Blue Jays. Prospect. Moreno.
Steelers rookie patch auto, 29 of 75, Kenny Pickett. Big hit for the Steelers. Congrats, Pittsburgh.
Mythical Christian Yelich for the Brewers.
I told you guys this half was going to be awesome.
And we got Diamond Kings Mike Trout. For the LA.
All right. 3 boxes to go. Let's stay hot.
Bill. Sick.
This is Giants rookie patch auto, 187 of 199, Wandale Robinson.
We got an on-card rookie autograph.
Go
Rookie
Giants.
on-card number to 25. One.
Patriots Precision rookie patch auto silver, Bailey's Happy. Congrats, pass. This is 54 of 99. Pickett and Zappy, RPAs in the same case. Go Patriots. All right. Let's finish with something crazy. Shield, a surge.
We got Joe Barlow. Texas.
I can go for some more gold vinyl.
Eddie Red. Refractor Shane Bieber for Cleveland. That is number
Falcons, rookie dual patch auto, 35 of 49, Desmond Ritter. 3 QB RPAs out of 10 boxes. Congrats, Falcons. Falcons have now hit in all 4 breaks. That is a heck of a 10 boxer. Do a quick refresh here. We have 8 and 9 to go for the day. All right, that's Giants, rookie patch auto to 199, Blondale Robinson. Jets, rookie patch auto to 99, Garrett Wilson. Steelers, quad patch auto to 35, Hines Ward. Rams, patch auto to 25, Isaac Bruce. Colts, rookie precision auto silver, Al Pierce, that was to 99. Yeah, you bet, Robin. Well, I'm just going in this order. We'll keep these 3 together. That was Falcons, rookie dual patch auto to 49, Desmond Ritter. Patriots, precision, rookie patch auto silver to 99, Bailey Zappi. Steelers, rookie patch auto to 75, Kenny Pickett. I'm just going to let my Bengals bias shine through here. That is Packers, presenting auto 10 of 10, Brett Favre. And Bengals, the Wonders, auto, Chad Johnson. That was 3 of 10. That'll do it for the break. What a 10 boxer. Thank you, everybody. Number 5 is up next.
Let's go to 6.
Are you planning to fish offshore this summer? If so, stay tuned to this video because it can save you hours of wasted time trying to locate offshore schools of bass in the summertime. Let's get into it.
I took it. We're in Oklahoma to fish with my buddy Jimmy from the Bass Fishing Declassified YouTube channel. It was the 1st of June, and when we got to the lake, water temperatures were 80 degrees. Whenever I think June and 80-degree water, I think offshore schools of bass and summer structure. And when we got to the lake, that was my initial game plan. Graph these offshore ledges to try to find big schools of fish setting up in 10 to 20 feet of water. Most of the time when you get to the lake this time of year, you're going to be able to find at least a few schools of fish. Usually, those bigger groups of fish are going to start schooling up first on the upper end of the lake where the water is dirtier. That's because the dirty water warms up quicker. Then you'll find more schools developing as the summer goes on in the midsection of the lake and the lower end. We decided to start further up the lake at that upper end, trying to find some of these schools that were setting up on ledges and points and any sort of sharp drop-off we could find. However, after graphing for about 2 to 3 hours, we really couldn't find any big groups of fish. There were a few scattered fish on these ledges that we could see on 2D sonar and down imaging, and there was bait fish out there as well. What we see a lot of times in June is that the bass are either going to be full on in their summer mode, or they're still going to be in that post-spawn mode, and it really depends on the year. If you get a lot of rain one year, which keeps the water high in the bushes, those bass will stay up shallow longer and they won't set up in those big schools as early in the year. It also depends on the weather you've had, the temperature, the moon phases, all these different things can impact when those bass actually pull off the bank, get offshore, and start setting up in those big groups of fish. Now, in some parts of the country, like on the Tennessee River and Lake Guntersville, there's already giant schools of fish offshore that are set up, and you can just absolutely crush them right now. However, in Oklahoma, where I was fishing yesterday, the fish hasn't grouped up fully in those schools. I want to show you a few sonar screenshots to show you what I'm talking about and what these schools of fish look like before they fully develop. This is a very important piece of information to have because a lot of times the fish will be out there on those ledges and you can see a few fish here and there, but you're just not going to catch very many good ones, and it's not really worth your time grinding out on the graph trying to find those schools of fish when you're seeing images like this. Basically what you'll find is that there's going to be a few fish scattered here and there, maybe one fish every
20 to 30 feet across the ledge. You'll also find that if you regraph the same area 2 different times, those fish will have moved. Whenever those fish are really set up on the ledges, they're going to be staying in one particular spot, or at least in a general area, let's say a 10 to 15 yard area. And when you regraph over the area, you'll see 10, 15, 20 fish stacked up in that same small zone in an area that's about the size of your boat. Now, when you find these areas, it's usually very easy to get big, and you should be able to catch multiple fish off those spots, especially if you're fishing earlier in the summer or in the late spring, so like May and June time. Once you get later into June and July, these schools get a lot more pressure from other anglers, and they become harder to catch. You'll still see these bigger groups, especially on these major community holes, obvious ledges and points and stuff like that. However, on this fishing day yesterday, we weren't seeing those fish grouped up tight into big schools. We did see a few groups, so let's say 4 to 8 bass, that we did try to fish. We caught a couple fish on football jigs and a few other baits, but we didn't find any good ones, and we only caught 1 fish per spot that we found. Now, as these water temperatures warm up and more fish pull off the bank, the spots that we graphed yesterday are going to start filling up with more and more and more fish. And what you'll find is that maybe in 2 weeks, the same spots we fished yesterday that had 4 to 8 fish on them might have 20 to 50 fish on them. Right now, these fish are slowly trickling out of the creeks, getting to these summer spots, and it's actually very useful to know what this type of situation looks like on your graph, because if you're preparing for a tournament or a fishing trip 2 to 3 weeks from now, you can start to get a sense of which areas are going to be holding fish offshore, but that aren't quite fully developed yet. This gives you an edge over your competition because you basically can predict where these big groups of fish are going to be without actually seeing them on your graph. And a lot of guys will just graph over these spots, see a couple of fish, and completely ignore them. And you know better because you've seen this video, and you'll know that more fish will be coming to that area. But because the fish on Lake Tenkiller weren't set up on these main lake structure spots yet, we had to call an audible and start finding some fish that were transitioning from the backs of the creeks out to those structure spots. The way I do this is pick a major creek that has a nice summer structure spot out in front of it. It's even better if you can graph that summer structure spot first and see a few fish set up there, and you can kind of get a sense that the fish will be moving there in the next couple of weeks, but they haven't made it there yet. Then
Ashley's Stars and Stripes mattress sale is happening now. Right now, you can save up to $500 on new mattress arrivals like the Temper Breeze and Triple Lux mattresses. Plus, pay 0% interest for 60 months. Shop and save today, only at Ashley.
You ever been out here? Where sunrise is not only seen, but also felt. The wrong turns always feel right. Out here, things can get a bit rocky and even messy. That's why we created a performance machine built to rise to any occasion. So meet us out here in the all-new Razor XP. What's the best out here?
start at that summer structure spot and then graph your way into the creek, working your way from the main lake to the first half of the creek to the back half of the creek. You don't really need to get too concerned about what you see on the map. A lot of times these fish in this post-spawn period won't be setting up on these hard breaks or these obvious contour map spots, places like humps or ridges or these really obvious areas. A lot of times they'll just be set up on these flat banks on isolated pieces of cover, whether that's a rock pile, a brush pile, things like that. This is what we did on Lake Tenkiller, and we basically started at one of these summer structure spots, graphed our way into the creek, and we actually made our way around the other side of this little creek or pocket until we found this really nice rocky ridge. On the map, this doesn't look like a super obvious spot. It doesn't jump off the map by any means. You can see that there's a little bit of a rise and a small high spot if you have the right mapping card in, but it's definitely not the most obvious spot in this area. However, when you graph it with your side imaging, down imaging, and 2D sonar, you can see a very nice rocky ridge that is naturally occurring rock that runs out into the middle of the lake. After graphing over it a couple times, you could actually see several fish stacked up, actually more than several, a lot of fish stacked up on this offshore rocky spot. Now, this is not a spot the bass are going to set up in all summer. This is definitely a transitional area where they're going to set up between the bank spots they were using in the spring to spawn and the summer structure spots they're heading to. These fish may only be on the spot for another 1 to 2 weeks at max, but we hit it right on time on this fishing trip and found a group of fish stacked up there. One thing I did want to share with you guys I thought was really interesting is when we initially got to the lake, we chose a section of the lake that we were going to focus on using a new feature in the Deep Dive app called the Best Areas feature. Basically what this feature does is give you the best section of the lake based on historical tournament data, depending on how you filter down the map. I filtered it to offshore areas without grass on this fishing day, and I started by selecting the summer season because the water temperatures were 80 degrees, but after determining the fish weren't fully in that summer pattern, I switched over to the post-spawn period, and it gave me the midsection of the lake on the main lake. And actually, here is the exact spot where we found those fish on that rocky spot. And it was really cool that we were able to dial in at least a general section of the lake using the data in the Deep Dive app, and then narrow down exactly where we were going to fish with the electronics, with our baits and things like that. If you guys do want to get some help figuring out the best general area to start targeting on your lake, make sure to download the Deep Dive app today and check out our new Best Areas feature. It's a really cool deal. We have it on a ton of lakes across the country. You can install the app on the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store, so definitely check that out. Now, to actually get these fish to bite, we started out by fishing a swing head in about 8 to 12 feet of water just off the tip of this rocky point. We were throwing a 3/4 ounce Big Bite Baits swing head with a Big Bite Baits quarantine craw on the back. This is a sneaky little swing head bait. A lot of guys like throwing biffle bugs or craw style baits. And this quarantine craw is kind of a skinnier worm with just a few little appendages that kick at the bottom. And I find that it's really effective, especially when you're fishing in kind of this post-spawn mood. The bass aren't super aggressive. They're a little bit finicky, which is kind of what we found these fish were doing on this trip. We caught several largemouth on the swing head and then really stopped getting bit. And it was interesting because we were seeing a lot of smallmouth jumping and surfacing around the boat. Lake Tenkiller has largemouth and smallmouth bass. And you could see on the live scope, and even when we dropped over the spot with 2D, that there were a few fish that were suspended up over these rocks. My first instinct to get these fish to bite was to pick up a topwater. The water's clear enough, and we're only fishing like 8-10 feet of water, so you can call those fish up over the top of the structure to eat a topwater, like this Megabass Giant Dog X. I threw that over the top of that rock pile 10 or 15 times, but didn't get a single bite. And then I tried to fish another bait that we kind of target those suspended bass, which is a little swing bait here. This is just a Big Bite Baits 2.8-inch pro swimmer on a 5/16 ounce jig head, and I was just reeling that thing over the rocks and trying to keep it in that, let's say, 4 to 8 foot zone. I would bump the rocks, I would reel it higher in the water column, just trying to target those suspended smallmouth. Usually that gets the job done. For whatever reason, these smallmouth were very, very picky. Finally, I dug into my rod box and pulled out the Hover Rig by Core Tackle. You guys are probably tired of hearing me talk about the Hover Rig. I actually didn't even have it on deck of the boat today because I didn't want to make every single video with the Hover Rig. I wanted to experiment with different baits and, show you guys a lot of different techniques. But for whatever reason, the Hover Rig was the deal on this fishing trip. I was pairing that with a 4-inch Strike King Caffeine Shad Jr., and this is the 8-ounce 3/0 Hover Rig. I basically threw that thing over the top of the rock piles, let it sink down very slowly. This bait probably falls about a foot per second, maybe 3/4 of a foot per second, and it just kind of glided through the water column. I would hop it and twitch it, kind of like you fish a normal fluke up shallow, and the smallmouth got all over it. It was interesting because I ended up catching 3 really nice smallmouth, 2 3/4 pounders, on the Hover Rig, but I never caught a single largemouth. On the other hand, though, when we were throwing the swing head, every single fish on the spot was a largemouth, and it seemed like those largemouth were set up more tight to the bottom, and they were biting the swing head, and then those smallmouth were suspended up over the top of those rocks and were eating the Hover Rig. This is why it's really important to experiment with a lot of different baits when you're fishing offshore spots, because sometimes certain fish are going to be set up in one way and what once